how we do conversations and how we get to meaningful conversations.
I feel like instead of having a conversation with yourself inside about what you're going to say next or how you're going to look cool, that you're always just really present listening to what it is I'm actually saying.
If I'm really having a conversation in my head, I'm not really listening to what you're saying. And one of the ways that I certainly love having conversations with you is I'm really curious. Like, you have a way of presenting information that makes me want more, and so I ask questions.
It's not just a sort of a frivolous question. There usually is sort of, like, it's a deep or a probing question.
What is the question I can ask right now that would give me the more into this person's map, into this person's world? Like, how would I understand this person better?
Listening, not just sitting there and pretending to listen. And it's also maybe listening to not what's said, but the energy that's being portrayed. You know, if someone sparks up in their eyes when they mention a certain word, or their kid. I tend to go for, I think, deeper and more meaningful is better in general.
I was on a date, and this guy was going on and on and on and on about something that really had no meaning. He was nervous, and he was just trying to, like, fill in the space and, like, what can you share that would actually reveal of yourself? And the guy was really taken aback, but he took the challenge, and he was just like, you know, you're right, I'm nervous. I don't know if I'm really safe to talk to you. And I was like, well, how are you going to know if it's safe to talk to me if you talk to me around talking to me? He took on the challenge, and he actually turned out to be a really good conversation.
And the most interesting people are really the ones that are most interested in others in conversation. And I heard that one morning, and I sort of took it on as a challenge. And as he started to talk, instead of coming up with the story I was going to tell in my head or the interesting tidbit I was going to put in to sort of make me look good, I just really sat and listened to him. And authentically inside tried to be like, wow, that is interesting, and asked a lot of questions. And by the end of the night, I really hadn't said much about myself. And as we were leaving, he literally, no joke, came up to me and was like, you are one of the most interesting people I've ever met.
By the fact that you are interested, you make the person more interesting. Like, as you express your interest, the other person is like, oh my God, someone is actually caring about what I think, or caring about the story I'm telling, or whatever the situation might be. My experience is when I actually give them the space and I express my interest, they show up in a way that sometimes even surprised them. Like, one time,